Good morning, culés, and welcome. Excuse me, let me say that again. Good morning, culés, and welcome to what is an historic episode of Wake Up and Barça. For the very first time, we are beginning today's episode with Barcelona top of La Liga, first place for the first time since October of 2020. I cannot believe it's been that long. It is time for culés to celebrate. We're going to catch up with some good conversation. We're going to go over the results, do a little match review for Mallorca 0, Barcelona 1. Lewandowski getting all 3 points for Barcelona. We'll be doing the good, the bad, the Barça, and whatever else comes up conversationally. We know we have that big Inter match tomorrow. All those things coming up. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you can be We'll get our words right. I'm a little bit flustered because I had some technical problems. We're 15 minutes late. Amateur hour already here. Getting all tongue-tied with the intro. Not as smooth as I wanted it to be. Anyway, who cares? We're here. We got the culés from around the world ready to chat. Live Barcelona news. Let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
Okay, anyway, we're just going to reset here, folks. Personally, not having the type of morning that I wanted to. My dog has been eating some wild berries that grew over the fence, so he's been just serving up soft serve all night. I had to let him out like 3-4 times, so I'm tired, a little bit hazy. Wake up, and my Elgato Stream Deck is not working. Get your stuff together, Elgato. I installed an update last night. I wake up this morning and the buttons are not responding in the way that they should. So my microphone was not turning on and off. The desktop audio was not turning on and off. Yada, yada, yada. These are my personal problems that, honestly, I don't really want to focus on. I just want to move on from because there is much to celebrate, beginning with Barcelona's 1-0 victory over Mallorca. We're going to do a match overview, go over the stats, go over my take on the big win, and of course, we will be going over the good. The good, the bad, and the Barça. Spoiler alert. My goodness, it's going to be that kind of party today, folks. It's going to be that kind of party. There's no reason to be negative. It's okay. Bad things happen. Doesn't mean the whole day is going to be negative. I've got lots of things to look forward to. Barcelona are in first place. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the Barça. It's going to be all wonderful things. I got plenty of folks from the Stash Squad here ready to have some good conversation. We're good. We're doing good, folks. We're doing good. We're just going to slow things down. We're going to take it easy this morning. Brain's not firing on all cylinders, clearly. All right. Let's start first. Folks, whatever. I don't care. Words will come and go. Let's start by going over a little match overview for Barcelona and Mallorca. But actually, hold on. What? Is that going to do that for all these? Nope. What about this? Refresh? No? Okay, I had a tweet pinned up. I did, I swear. I had it. Where was it? Okay, I guess Espen deleted their tweet. Whatever. We'll go with this one, folks. My goodness, I'm sorry my energy is not matching what it should be right now to celebrate this, but Barcelona go top of the Liga for the first time since October 2020. You know what would be fun? Looking at Barcelona's roster 2020. I know we had Griezmann, we had Messi at the time, of course. I want to see the roster. Where are we at here real quick? Players. Serginho Dest, I miss you, buddy. Pjanic was here. Goatweight was here. Ricky Puig was here. Coutinho was here. Lenglet was here. Trincao was here. Samuel Umtiti. Basically, everyone that left this summer were the players that were still here, minus Griezmann. Anyway, so Barcelona, first place for the first time since October 2020, and it is thanks to that man right there. Robert Lewandowski getting a golazo, match winner in the 20th minute. Outside of that, Barcelona had 11 shots, which is not a lot, and only 3 on target. So struggling there. Possession-wise, killed it, 72%. We had 770 passes, 92% accuracy, which I love to see. I say on all these match reviews, we want 89, 90, or above. That's when Barcelona are really clicking on all cylinders. And the fact that we were able to do this with a bit of a patchwork lineup, fantastic. Well done, Barcelona. 13 fouls, 4 yellow cards, no red cards, 1 offsides, 5 corners. And there it is, my friends. Barcelona sitting top of the table. Take a screenshot of that. It's been a while. Just let that weight come off your shoulders, Culés. We're in first place. We are level on points with Real Madrid. We've got 1 draw. They've got 1 draw. They drop points at home. We drop points. Was it at home or away? I think it was. Yeah, it was at home to Rayo. Opening match. I remember. But Barcelona, smooth sailing since then. 6 wins, 5 clean sheets. Playing some incredible football. Yes, we're dealing with some injuries. But you know what, folks? We're doing all right. If we jump over and take a look at Rashad Rahman's tweet here. First place, Barcelona. Top scorer, Lewandowski. Most assists, Balde and Ansu. Which is incredible because Ansu not getting significant playing time. He did get the start against Mallorca, but outside of that, has not been there for the 90 minutes consistently. Most clean sheets, Ter Stegen. Barca are back, my friends. We are finally back. We're clicking on all cylinders. We've got a deep squad. Xavi has implemented his style of football. He's got the experience and the tactical awareness to make the tweaks when he needs to make the tweaks. Barca are back, first place. I'm excited, my friends. We've got more to talk about. We're going to go over, of course, like I said, the good, the bad, and the Barca. But first, I'm going to pause. I'm going to turn to the chat. I'm going to say my good mornings. I'm going to say who's hanging out with us. And then we will get into the mustache man of the match and more in the good, the bad, and the Barca. Let me get your thoughts, first of all, overall on the win. And how excited are you that Barcelona are in first place? Let's go. Kudus, I appreciate you keeping things held down for us. I saw you live on the first rendition of this, which real quick, actually, I need to go ahead and take off of the channel so people aren't finding that. This will take just a second while I delete this forever. All right. Deleted forever. Womp, womp, womp. That was such a... Man, it really threw me off. I was waking up, like I said, several times throughout the night. Sweet little baby Puyol, my pit mix. Got into some berries, which I went and chopped down. I grabbed my hatchet. I said, "You will not get my dog sick anymore." And I went and just hatcheted down these huge shrubs, we'll say, and weeds. Pokeweed is what it's called. Pokeweed. Gives these big blueberries. My dog started eating them. He's been sick for like 3 days. He's still eating. He's still serving up that soft serve. But anyway, this is Wake Up in Barca, not wake up and talk about my dog's wild poops all night. Anyway, turning to the chat. Oh my goodness. Pietor, how we doing, sir? Says party mode is on. Absolutely. Just gotta shake it off. Not every day is gonna be sunshine and rainbows. Not every day is gonna be going exactly the way that you planned. You can't give in to that negativity. You can't let it fester and spread it around. You just gotta say, you know what? That was a loss. We move forward. Undefeated, my friends. That's what we do here on this channel. Gotta show the example. Kavin says Lewandowski played like an 11-year-old and that body feint by Fati to pass Lewandowski. What do you mean he played like an 11-year-old? Like in terms of his youth and enjoyment of the game? Let me know what you mean by that. Felipe says sending good vibes. Thank you, Felipe. I appreciate that. You guys know that this is, listen, as much as I try to make this a polished and clean show, you know, make this look like something you would see on a bigger broadcast, it is amateur hour, okay? I tease, I half joke, but I'm gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen, and you know what? Sometimes I'm gonna have bad days as well. That also will occur. So anyway, folks, there's a lot to talk about. And actually, can I do this? I wonder. Let me see if I can do this real quick. We're gonna get back into the Barcelona news in just 1 second. But you all also know, get out of here. You all also know that I've been working with Buga Luis lately, and he and I and Pablo. Can I share this? Can I get it out of this, or can I? You know what? We're gonna have to do that later. We're gonna have to do it later. I'll just say there's a there's a video I was gonna play, but I don't have it available on the desktop just yet. So here's what I'll say: me, Buga Luis, Pablo Wolves Blanco. I've been invited to join them on their podcast, The Engine Room, full time. We're going Mondays every afternoon. We're doing a full podcast that's going to be available on YouTube, Spotify, and some other platforms. You're going to see clips on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You're going to see updates. You're going to see this face, Pablo, and Buga every single week. It's going to be called The Engine Room. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Look at the posts. I'm going to be putting out all of the links, all of the information that you need. We are recording our first episode today, my friends. So that's going to be out later today. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you are tuned in for more announcements, because we're going to have all that coming out later today, like I said. Very excited for it. Very excited indeed. Anyway, Felipe says Lou is going to score 2 tomorrow. We'll see. We still got to talk about this Mallorca match, which I think we're ready for, folks. I think we can jump over and talk about Mallorca here. Okay, we've done the match overview. Now it is time to get into the nitty-gritty details. We're going to talk about what was good, what was bad, what was Barça, and give out the mustache man of the match. Of course, if you are new to this segment, what was good and what was bad, it's pretty self-explanatory. We talk about what was good and what was bad about the match. What was Barça always goes to somebody or something that represents the badge, that is true to the club's DNA, their identity. We give out the Barça box. And then the mustache man of the match, sometimes it's straightforward, sometimes it's in alignment with the broadcast man of the match. However, I reserve the right to throw a little curveball now and then, because it is the mustache man of the match, so I get to give it out to whoever I want to for whatever reasons. With that explanation out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about what was good about the match. There was a lot good. All right. Let's start with the fact that Ansu Fati was in the starting 11. Did not play 90 minutes, but a solid 60, 65. He came off sometime around the hour mark. Yes, we are still waiting to see the full Ansu Fati in effect. You can notice a little hesitancy, but he's adapting. He's still getting comfortable, getting confident with moving his body at full speed. So while we're waiting for that, he's learning to play, burps. He's learning to play with a style that is less explosive, less reliant on his explosivity, I should say. As these burps keep coming, they'll be done eventually. We'll stop burping. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here. My goodness. Anyway, Ansu Fati getting the start. Piqué getting the start. I know that a lot of culés out there have been giving him slack for the last couple of seasons, and sure, rightfully so. He's earned some of that. I know the casual fans and the non-football fans have been giving him slack for what's been going on in his personal life. But with all of that going on, lack of playing time, personal issues off the pitch, it was good that Piqué got some playing time, put in a good, solid effort for Barcelona. So Piqué gets some recognition. And then we also got to shout out Balde. Balde switching from his starting left back position. Apparently he is also now our preferred right back when we don't have Bellerin, Koundé, Araujo, or a fully fit Sergio Roberto, which is not, whatever. Put a pin in that. We'll talk about Sergio Roberto in a second. Put a pin in that. Alejandro Balde played very well, right-hand side. It was a little bit unique having a left-footed player play on that right-hand side. He very much was more comfortable cutting in, having that in-swinger to the far post. created a little bit of havoc. I don't know about the chemistry between Balde and Dembele on that right-hand side, but Balde, for his willingness and his effort, well done, sir. I appreciate what he did there. But first, but top of the good list, I should say, got to give it to Mats. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen with another clean sheet. 6 clean sheets, 5 victories for Barcelona. He's outplaying all expectations. Half of you, and you know who you are, wanted him gone this summer. You were saying he's done. He's finished. Sell him. We've got Inaki Peña. We've got Teñas. We can bring in these young goalkeepers. And Ter Stegen said, hold on there, culés. I've still got something to offer here. I've still got something to prove. And we're seeing it time and time again. Ter Stegen gets some recognition, gets the good box for another clean sheet. You love to see it, friends. You really do. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about what was bad about the match. And there wasn't a lot. I had to kind of go back and rewatch a few highlights to remind myself of some things. Because going into this, I was like, okay, I got one thing I could pick on. But then really when you go back and watch, there was a couple things, all right? One, there's Gilberto. I know he's coming back from injury. I know he was coming off the bench late in the game. It's hard to just come in and immediately adapt to the speed. But I'm very nervous about Sergio Roberto in the right back position. He lacks pace, and I don't think he's going to be able to hang with elite wingers or with teams that have an organized, fast counterattack. I'm thinking of a team like an Atletico Bilbao, somebody like that. Or Athletic Bilbao, excuse me. Not Atletico. I know. One of those mornings, folks. Anyway, I digress. A little bit concerned about Roberto. A little bit. Not a lot. A little bit. Okay? Second thing. I know we were going against a 5-back, but I wanted more from the wingers. Across the board, we weren't creating enough. We weren't dynamic in the attack. We only had 3 shots on target. Not so happy with that. So we got the win. Lewandowski, again, showing his value, proving his importance. 1 shot, all that he needed there. Set it and forget it. Barcelona had 3 in total. Not good. Bad. But not as bad as the yellow cards, my friends. 4 yellow cards against Mallorca, including both of our center backs. Christensen got one for coming in that studs up on a 50-50 ball. Probably a poor decision. PK then got one for an enforcer's challenge, a response to the no call against Gavi. PK comes sliding in. I don't hate the decision, but with Christensen, I believe he was already on a yellow card. Maybe you pull back a little bit there, PK, and then Kessié got one, and I believe it was Busquets. Or no, somebody came off the bench and got one. I forget who the fourth was. I know it was Christensen, PK, Kessié, and then I think whoever came on for Kessié got the yellow. I forget. Either way, the number of yellow cards made me nervous, particularly the 2 center backs. We can't be spending a big chunk of these matches playing with yellow cards, running the risk of being sent off, of being suspended. These October fixtures, the number of matches that we have, plus the injuries that we have, we can't have anybody suspended. So calm down with these yellow cards. Please just relax with the yellow cards. All right? My goodness. Okay, that's it for bad, though. That's really all that I had. There wasn't a lot. Just kind of nitpicking. I got concerns about Sergio Roberto. We should have had more shots. Should have been a little bit more creative on the wings. And then ultimately the yellow cards also give me some concern. We got to watch out for that. Okay. Wipe that clean. We are now going to talk about what was Barça. Pretty short list. I was considering Balde. I was considering Andre Ter Stegen. But Balde performance wasn't what I shouldn't say what I was expecting, because that's going to sound negative. Balde's performance was good. It was absolutely good, but it wasn't anything spectacular. Okay, he was out of position. That's why he gets the recognition for being listed under the good category. Ter Stegen, he's been rocking it, but I'm giving it to Christensen because he's not getting the recognition he deserves right now. So I'm giving him a special shout out. This is kind of the same situation that Ter Stegen was in earlier in the season, about 5 games ago, when people weren't really focused on his turnaround. And now Christensen is going to get that same spotlight. This man, absolutely unbelievable. And actually, let's jump over to Twitter here. I'm going to echo the saying of Pablo Wolves Blanco here. Andreas Christensen, very good again. And to back that up with some specific stats here, 93.8 pass completions, 3 clearances, 1 interception, 1 successful tackle, 2 of 4 long balls completed, 5 of 6 total duels won. Impeccable, says Total Barça, and could not agree more. That is why Christensen gets that Barça box. Well done, sir. Really do have a bright future for Barcelona. I think Christensen, Koundé, Araujo, Garcia, I think that's our 4 for the future. There'll be a 5th one that gets rotated in there at some point. Who knows what that's going to be? But for right now, Andreas Christensen, excellent performance, representing the badge, gets the Barça box today. Now, that should leave no doubts of who the mustache man of the match is. Of course, it is none other than Lewandowski, carrying the team again, doing what he needs to do. The 34-year-old striker coming up big. Gets the ball from Ansu Fati. A nice little setup, but it was by no means a tap-in for Lewandowski. Had to take it to the left, little dip of the shoulder, cut it back right, create just enough space to curl it in to the side netting. Just tuck it in like a sweet little baby. Gives Barcelona the 1-0 lead, which we then carried on to the end of the match. Puts us in first place in La Liga. Very exciting. Again, first time since October 2020. Unbelievable that it's been that long. But here we are, folks. Top of the table. Lewandowski gets the mustache man of the match. Ter Stegen gets the good box for his clean sheet. The bad was the number of yellows. We just got to calm down on that. Christensen gets the Barça box for the strong effort representing the badge. That's going to do it for the good, the bad, and the Barça. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to turn to the chat. If you're watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? What would you have changed, agree, disagree? The good, the bad, the Barça. Let me know, my friends. We'll keep the conversation going. All right, let me turn to the chat here. Let me scroll up a little bit, get your thoughts. I see Kuda's asking about a Tenacious D reference. If that was me, I did it by accident, but I love it if it happened. Sem, how we doing, sir? Says, good morning, John, and everyone else. Good morning to you, Sem. Coven is with us. How we doing? What else we got going on? You stupid. Hello, hello. Says, within this upcoming week of games, will we see how deep Xavi's coaching mind really is? We will also see who will emerge as another star in the making with youngsters that may be used. We'll see. I'm not 100% sold on the Barca athletic players coming up. I haven't seen enough of them playing with the first team, but we shall see. We shall see. Mike Erdogan, how we doing, sir? Says, Mats, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen truly proves what he's worth. Amen to that. I'm glad he stuck around. I'm glad he was given this opportunity. And it's paying off, folks. So many clean sheets for him right now. What else? Oh, and speaking of, I forgot to share this. Check this out, friends. And counting. Ter Stegen sets new personal best for consecutive minutes without conceding. I told you all at the beginning of the year, and I kept repeating it, that this is Ter Stegen's year. Ter Stegen is going to once again rise to that elite status. He will get global recognition. People will be saying, Neuer who? Not really. Of course, that's a little bit hyperbole. He's not going to start for Germany. No matter what Ter Stegen does, he's still not going to start for Germany. Let's just call it what it is. Anyway, where he will be recognized, where he will be celebrated, and where he will get trophies is Barcelona. Ter Stegen is back. Barcelona is back. We've got a young lineup in front of Ter Stegen, and I think even though he's not a young pup anymore, goalkeepers, they can last forever, man. They can last forever. So Ter Stegen, many more trophies to come as he continues on with his personal record, 534 minutes, clean sheet. Love to see it. Love to see it. Winston, how we doing, sir? Says Lewandowski is world class. I'm glad we have him at Barca. Amen to that. Absolutely. Sam says so many yellow cards and Gavi is not one of them. Something you don't see often. Very true. I would have put some money down on that if somebody were to get a yellow. Gavi's the one, right? You put money down. Anyway, what else we got here? Chris E, how we doing? Good morning to you, sir. He did start Germany's last game, but I was referring to the World Cup, like the matches that are gonna really truly matter, and I just don't see it happening. Oh no, Kudos, I must have missed that. Sahil says we can debate for Gavi and Christensen for the Barca box. I don't know. Why would Gavi get the Barca box? Not saying that he doesn't represent the badge in a positive way, but I think you got to give Christensen the shout out. I think he deserved it. Peter, is it just pronounced Peter? Piotr? Piotr? I'm assuming it's just pronounced Peter. Says it was a tough game. Going up against a 5-back is rough sometimes, folks. It really is. 5 defenders spread across the back when you're running a 4-3-3 like Barcelona does. Doesn't give you a lot of space because they can cover that overlap with their wing back and then have one of their 3 center backs come out to cover the winger. So it's maybe I'll do a little tactical breakdown. I'm looking at some software that's going to allow me to do have some more visuals and do some tactical breakdowns. You know, highlight space, highlight players, show arrows and X's and O's and that kind of jazz. You know, the stuff they have on ESPN. I've been looking at some software that's going to allow me to do that because I would love to do some goal breakdowns. I want to do, if and when, knock on wood, not that I want it to happen, but if and when Barcelona lose a match, I would love to do a little segment called the Barca Blame Game where I break down what went wrong and using some of that. Anyway, still a lot more to come on this channel is my point, my friends. One more stat I want to share with you all here. This coming from Barca Center. It took Lewandowski just 9 games to score 12 goals, one less than the total achieved by Barca's 2 top goal scorers in the 21-22 season. So Lewandowski on fire. Listen, the only reason why he's not getting more headlines is because Erling Haaland is doing absurd things for Manchester City over in England. That's the only reason. And people will be like, oh, Lewandowski's playing in the Liga. It's a softer league, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Lewandowski's going to set some records. I'm telling you, right now, I think he's going to break his personal best for assists. He's going to get double digits for Barcelona. I think he's going to get the Ballon d'Or. I think Barcelona are going to lift a Champions League trophy with him. Not this year, next. One of the next 2 seasons is happening. It's going to happen, folks. Feeling good about it. Midway says 5-4-1 is the most offensive formation. Well, sure. Yes. We could get into that because it depends on what your opponent is lined up with, but sure, fair point. Ninja Gaming says, which players injured at Inter? I'm seeing Lukaku and possibly Lautaro as well. Now, here's the thing, folks. I was going to wait. I'll go ahead and announce it now. Later today, we're going to do a bonus stream for the Inter Milan match preview. Should I say it? No. It's going to be an evening stream. There's going to be a new name for it. It won't be Wake Up in Barca. There's going to be a new name for it. It's going to be a brand new show that'll just be random sometimes, okay? But it'll be live tonight. I don't know what time yet, but we'll be doing a full match preview for Inter Milan and Barcelona. We'll go over injuries. We'll go over lineups. We'll go over predictions, all that jazz. That's going to be later tonight. That's going to be after you see the very first episode of The Engine Room with me, Bugo Luis, Pablo Woz Blanco, talking all things football, not just Barcelona, the wide world of football. Going to be happening on the Engine Room channel. So again, I'll be releasing all that information later today. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have notifications turned on. And while everybody's paying attention, go ahead and drop that like if you're enjoying the content. Really is the easiest way to show your support for the channel. Hit that thumbs up. Gets more eyes on the channel. We continue to grow as a community. Support the badge, support each other. That's what we do here, my friends. And there is a lot more coming on this channel, like I said. Bonus episode later tonight, Inter Milan match preview. The very first Engine Room podcast with me included now. There are a few episodes up with Buga and Pablo, so check those out when you have the time. But me, Buga, Pablo recording our very first episode today. And then tomorrow, we'll be live. Inter Milan, Barcelona, Champions League. We'll do the live watch along. I got you covered for all the match commentary. You won't miss any of the action. Come hang out with your fellow culés here on the Undefeated channel. Yes, indeed, Kunas. Bonus, night shift, evening caffeine. Yes. My goodness. All right, folks. That is where we're going to wrap up. I'm going to hop off. We did a match overview. We talked the good, the bad, and the Barça. You let me vent about my rough start to the morning. I appreciate you all very much. You support me as much as I support you. We support the badge. We support each other. I love you all very much. Go out there and have a wonderful day. High fives and hugs for whoever wants them. Positive interactions. And I'll see you later today. Multiple formats. Again, look out for the information released around the Engine Room podcast with me, Buga, and Pablo. And make sure you have notifications turned on because we are doing a bonus episode with a brand new segment, a brand new title for the evenings. All right, so lots more to come on this channel. I will see you later on. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.